It is Tuesday, August 18. Welcome to CGN News. Weather forecasters say two systems in the Atlantic Ocean have a 50% chance of becoming the next named storms of the hurricane season. The first is located about 400 miles east of the Windward Islands and is moving west quickly at about 20 miles per hour. This breakneck speed is expected to prevent the system from strengthening significantly. It is forecast to move through the eastern and central Caribbean Sea Tuesday and Wednesday. When it gets into the western Caribbean Sea, it is expected to slow down. This could strengthen it into a significant storm. Another tropical wave is just off the coast of Africa. It has a 60% chance of forming into a tropical depression in the next 5 days. Both systems could set the record for the earliest L and M named storms. The Electoral Office of Jamaica, the EOJ, is fully prepared to receive nominations of candidates for the September 3 general parliamentary elections. Nomination of candidates to contest the elections will take place today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at designated nomination centers across the 63 constituencies. Director of Elections Glasspool Brown is expecting the day's activities to flow smoothly. Due to the COVID-19 safety measures, only a limited number of persons will be allowed inside nomination centers in keeping with physical distancing protocol. Brown emphasized that all persons entering the nomination compound, including prospective candidates, their supporters, EOJ officials, and the media, must wear a mask. Anguilla will begin opening its doors to tourists Friday, August 21, with the United States Virgin Islands closing its borders to international tourists this week. Anguillan officials said they will begin accepting applications for entry. Quincy Agums-Marie, Parliamentary Secretary for Tourism, made the announcement at a press conference hosted by the Prime Minister Ellis Webster. With the country presently having no active COVID-19 cases, Gums-Marie informed they will be taking every precaution to protect residents and guests as they open in a prudent way. In a CGN follow-up, the Guyana Rice Development Board, GRDB, is distancing itself from the 1.5 tons of cocaine that was found in a container with rice shipped from Guyana to Germany. According to German officials, the 1.5 tons of cocaine was found in a container that arrived on board the container vessel CGM Jean Gabriel and has a street value of 300 million euro. Guyana's law enforcement authorities said they are working with the German counterparts on the matter, and the GRBD, in a lengthy statement, said it inspects random samples of rice at the mill and at the point of loading onto the container at the wharf to ascertain the quality of the rice. GRDB, in pointing out that they are not a police enforcement agency, expressed surprise that any suggestion has been made placing responsibility at its door. Overseas now, potential accuracy issues with a widely used coronavirus test could lead to false results for patients, U.S. health officials warned. The Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, issued the alert Monday to doctors and laboratory technicians using Thermo Fisher's TaqPath genetic test. Regulators said issues related to the equipment and software used to run the test could lead to inaccuracies. The warning comes nearly a month after Connecticut public health officials first reported that at least 90 people had received false positive results for the coronavirus. Most of those receiving the false results were residents of nursing homes or assisted living facilities. The FDA has used its emergency powers to okay more than 200 tests for coronavirus since February. FBI agents on Monday arrested Puerto Rico Representative Maria Milagros Charbonnier after the legislator who once presided over the island's House of Ethics Committee was charged in a public corruption case. Officials say her son, husband, and an assistant are also involved, the Associated Press reports. U.S. Attorney Stephen Muldrow said it was a simple scheme in which Charbonnier allegedly received some $100,000 in bribes and kickbacks after increasing the pay of her assistant from $800 every 2 weeks to nearly $3,000. She then received between $1,000 to $1,500 in return for every paycheck. Charbonnier, who earned $2,500 every 2 weeks as a legislator, faces charges including theft, money laundering, and obstruction of justice. She pleaded not guilty to all charges as a federal judge set bail at $25,000. Zimbabwe is embroiled in an economic and political crisis marked by human rights abuses, the country's Roman Catholic bishops say. In a pastoral letter read out at all Catholic churches Sunday, the bishop said Zimbabwe is in, quote, a multi-layered crisis of deepening poverty, food insecurity, corruption, and human rights abuses, end quote, an AP report stated. Scores of government critics and ordinary people have been arrested in recent weeks, others allegedly abducted and tortured, and many are in hiding following an anti-government protest thwarted by security agents in July. President Emerson Mnangagwa's government quickly responded, with the information minister accusing the bishops of being evil and trying to promote genocide. Spain's former King Juan Carlos has been living in the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, since August. The Spanish royal palace has confirmed, putting an end to speculation over his whereabouts. On August 3, the ex-king made the shock announcement that he was leaving Spain amid a corruption investigation. The 82-year-old traveled to the UAE and he remains there, a spokesman said, giving no more details. The ex-king's finances are under scrutiny in a major corruption probe. He denies any wrongdoing and has said he is available if prosecutors need to interview him. The Canadian government said it was forced to shut down most of its online portals on the weekend after a sustained cyber attack over the last several days. Canadian officials disclosed they detected as many as 300,000 attempted attacks to access accounts on at least 24 government systems. The attack, known as credential stuffing, is one in which stolen usernames and passwords are mined to fraudulently access personal accounts. In total, more than 11,000 out of 12 million personal accounts were compromised, including tax accounts and online portals accessing COVID-19 relief programs. The former boss of McDonald's is fighting a lawsuit brought by his ex-employer that alleges he lied about sexual relationships with staff. Steve Easterbrook asked for the case to be dismissed in a filing at a Delaware court on Friday. McDonald's fired Easterbrook last year after finding he had a consensual relationship with an employee. But last week it alleged the British executive had lied to the board about 3 additional relationships. The fast food giant is suing to recover his payoff, reportedly worth $40 million, arguing it was obtained fraudulently. McDonald's bars any kind of intimate relationship between employees. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.